Okay.
Don't worry about it.
That's so
It's a natural
annoying.
progression.
Oh well. Well, we can be heard now. Okay,
It's a natural
but yes,
progression.
no, putting Bane in a jar, terrible idea. Do not shake the
Don't worry
jar.
about
Anyways, yes, I'm going to...
Put the god in the
Put him in the soul jar now.
Uh...
Little bit for you that is going to be how you guys actually getting your level 18 upgrades to your items,
Mm-hmm.
because I want to have a little thing for that. Not a little custom, just a little bit of an RP section for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because you're a fucking nerd.
And then after that, I basically don't really have plans yet until you guys actually get through the winter to the Fortress of the Tear.
Yeah, and yeah, that means a lot of time just passing by. Tomorrow.
Ems, I have a question.
Hello.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of the question.
Stop yawning.
I wish I could.
Oh, so after the winter, do we just elect the governor and then leave?
I mean, what you guys want to do with the city is up to you. You are still in charge.
We will still be in charge, even as we are literally fighting for the fate of the world.
If you want to,
And say the title name. SMH.
Waiting, Tyson. It's called payoff.
if you guys want to put someone else in charge of the city, or even hand over your vassalage to someone else, and that is entirely your decision.
I honestly have no idea.
And also, just a one thing. The final fight, I want to have a cinematic moment for kind of all four of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any ideas, Alex already has given several ideas
I
for
have
what he wants to do.
many ideas, and not enough allowance from the DM
Not
to
enough
do.
costs of wish to do them all.
Not enough allowance of bullshit to do all of them.
But if any of you want to do anything particular with in the final fight, just let me know and I'll see if I can find a way to work it in. Like a big grand thing.
And don't feel free to ask me to help, because if by that point it should be literal god of magic, so feel free to call upon her. First
Can
off,
I use Tetra Flare? Shut the
first
fuck
off,
up.
it's Terraflare.
Tyson?
First off, it's Terraflare.
It's called You Shoot Your Bow. There's your Terraflare.
Yeah,
But also, Sagittarius Arrow is way cooler
Yes,
for the Bard. Well, Bard, but slash Archer, but
Okay, but can I be like Darth Vader and then turn and then be like, it's new moon and now it's full moon because
Why
we're
would you do
stepping
that?
out.
Why would you do
I
that?
don't know, because I want to make the sky pitch black before we walk in.
I don't think we're gonna be making the attack in the middle of the night, Taylor.
Fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Make
I
a, wait, hold on, wait. Could you theoretically do a solar eclipse?
We could do
Can
that.
I? Can I do
Maybe.
a solar eclipse?
That seems like a solid
I will
maybe
note
for
it
me.
down and we'll see.
That seems like a solid
sorry, I
maybe.
had-
That's a good question, though, Tyson. I like that. That's a good question.
Yeah, if I can control the moon, can I control the moon during the day?
I will. I'm opening a note. I'm opening notes right now, and I will note that down to talk with Angel and Ferd on Monday.
Can Tyson summon Bahamut Zero?
Yes, exactly.
Yo, can he summon Bahamut? Can he
The
summon? Can he summon baby Bahamut? Can he summon died Bahamut?
The Bahamut Zero from Final Fantasy
the
VII.
Baja
the one
Blast.
that
Baja Blast.
Ah, yes.
the one that
Yes.
shoots an orbital laser.
Okay, but can he do Death Flare? Can I do Death Flare?
Can
Why
I?
why would you be able to do that? I mean, we could probably. I mean, if you want,
So
you could.
let's.
I'm
just saying. I'm just saying. Celestial Rain could just be Death Flare.
Okay, but Taylor, I have a different proposition for
but-
you.
What's your proposition?
Metal Gear Rising. You do have the highest AC in the party.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just parry a big ass
Nice.
sword.
Yeah.
Giant sword.
Catch a giant sword
Huh.
with your shield. You know, a la Susano.
Oh.
If I can't do it, you might as well be
When
able to do it.
Listen, when you said Metal Gear Rising, I was like, do you know how little that narrows it down?
Uh,
Nano machines, son.
I mean, you
Moon
could,
rays, son.
I mean, you could also. I mean, that's also technically possible because I could just cast invulnerability, and I could just do that.
I'm just saying, because when you said Metal Gear Rising, I was like, what part of Metal Gear Rising?
The part that the initial part, the prologue that everyone pogs at. But yes,
Do
you
you know
could.
how little?
But yes, Ala Susano from Ala Susano.
Or
I'm so
become
bad.
Astro.
I was going to say, like, my guy.
My guy?
But yeah, anyways, Ems, can I summon a giant sword?
I meant for you to parry it.
Yeah, so I can the giant sword, so I can parry it.
Just
Okay.
Parry
Okay.
Bane.
that's
Yeah, parry.
Done.
you know
Nice.
what? It's your thing. Go for it. I'm not gonna.
I asked them, and he said no. If anyone's ever going to be able to do that, Rivius. So I said, okay. Sure, go for it,
Can I-
Rivius.
Yeah, can I just turn my bow into a tetraflare or terraflare?
That's what to say.
No, do Zeta Flare from Kingdom Hearts 3, the one that turns you to stone.
Yeah,
afterwards.
Zetaflare, yeah.
Again, just cast Sagittarius Arrow. It's way more thematic. Prismatic Sagittarius Arrow. It's so much more thematic.
Yeah. It
Okay,
is.
but he needs to bring a Okay, but can Tyson summon a dragon?
I mean, you
Can-
have the horn.
Can Bahamut? Can Bahamut infuse soldier with bunch of dragons, and then he turns into a giant dragon?
I'm gonna
then-
message imps. Oh, actually, I guess I can tell you. Can Sojourn become an aspect of Bahamut?
Yes, go! He's gaming. He
Okay, I
is
actually
popping
really like
off.
that idea.
That's a good question. Even for it's just for the fight. That's I like
Yeah,
that.
just for the finale.
Like I'll just hey, it's
Can
time
we
it's time to
turn-
kick things into overdrive. All the end of ARR or end of
Well, aspect of Bahamut,
We can change it. Don't worry about that. They're the DMs. They can change
Yeah.
it as they see fit.
You can change shit.
Correct. Again, yeah, just if you have combo bullshit potential, just ask. Because
Okay.
the more people that get involved, the more fun. Smile.
Yeah, but anyways, I would like to.
But yeah, that's my idea for the notepad, I guess. Imps.
Ooh, actually,
It has been put down.
I've been posting these as jokes, but I just thought of one.
Up.
You guys know Bleach at all? I mean, like,
Vaguely.
Oh.
did you watch any of it?
I don't watch it, but I know of some of
No.
its things. But not too
So,
many.
There's one of the captains is his special Bankai super move.
Uh-huh.
Kind of fits Gore in a way. I'd say it's Komamura, the one who has like the animal head. He always wears a helmet. He just summons a giant with like a sword, pretty much, and that kind of goes with my ancestral spirits and yeah, I can just summon it, and like my my spirit guardian and all. Yeah, not guardian, but shield and all those things I've been theming as like pretty much like spectral minotaurs coming to block shit and attack back and all that.
Okay.
Maybe he's sort of there's a.
Okay, so what are you thinking in terms of like what it would actually be?
Just a big attack. Honestly, just a big spectral minotaur, just like
So, okay, interesting. So, frankly, just like the other side of Susano, just like the other side of Susano, frankly, not gonna lie with you. You don't know what that means, but it makes sense to the rest of us. Because
Gore has the big sword.
Basically, the boss summons a big sword.
And he summons a big sword, and he's frankly,
it's the party's thing is to protect the person parrying the sword.
Well, they
so they
break
can parry
the sword. So they can break the sword.
Yeah, they break the sword.
While someone guards.
So
against
one
the sword.
person, a giant sword falls down. One person catches it, and then as they're slowly dying because they're being crushed by a giant sword, everyone has to break the sword so the person doesn't die.
And after he does it twice, he does it a third time. Sword's cracked. It doesn't kill you this time, but there is a zone that if you're in it, you just instantly die. You're dead. There is no question. You equal dead. Daughters. Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty cool fight. Actually, one of my favorite fights in the game. Out of my many favorite fights, because holy shit, it's all the favorite fights.
Oh yeah, if I can cause a solar eclipse, does that mean I can turn the whole? Can I? So I can turn my. Can I make my Twilight Sanctuary bigger?
Maybe. Okay, I'll put it down.
I mean, I can control the moon, so that I can make it bigger. Nice.
I would say another one of the thing I don't want to know, but that would require explaining things in Endwalker that I can't explain yet because we're not there, and I'm sad about it.
You're always sad about Endwalker.
Yes, I am always sad about Endwalker because sad.
You're not there.
Yeah, I'm not there, and I can't explain really cool things I want to explain because it helps explains a lot of context. It explains a lot of things throughout Final Fantasy.
Anyways, back to the subject at hand. I approve of summoning giant ass sword for Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, summon a giant ass sword. I make the entire world my Twilight Sanctuary.
Yeah. You bring Twilight in the middle of the day.
Because I put the moon over the sun. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
If I'm also part Sun God, I probably won't be too happy about that.
And then I'll be like, don't worry about it, it's chill. Because it's gonna be I can only probably maintain it for a certain amount of turns.
I would say so.
I may be the
maybe.
god of the moon, but I'm probably going to be concentrating on something else.
But you're also not the god of the sun, so you know.
Yeah, it could be a battle of wills. I keep the moon over the sun, and then the sun god's like, "Yo,
I mean, it's not.
Anyway,
What
don't
the
do
fuck
that.
are you doing?
I'll be back.
I don't think there's a
Don't do
current.
that."
I don't think there's a current sun god. I mean, we know there's a former sun god, but he's still kind of just laying conked out.
He's not a sun god.
He's
Well.
a sky god.
Okay, well, was the sky god?
I mean, yeah, because because you know, having a tear ripped into you is kind of
Bad.
problematic.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll be a sun god though.
Would you though? You're gonna be the goddess of magic.
Well, I mean, frankly, the original intent was for sun god. It just shifted into goddess of magic when, you know, everything got revealed.
Yeah.
The original intent was sun god though.
True.
Look, plans change.
2 hours.
I'm aware plans change. I'm just stating the original intent.
Yes, I know.
The plan only changed because of you, you bastard.
Well, you didn't seem to be complaining.
I'm not gonna complain. Magic's cool. Why do you think I kept? Why do you think I picked daylight? Because I was trying to keep going with the thematic of like, oh, part still sun.
But yeah, I wouldn't mind having to have a roll off against invincible sun to keep the solar eclipse up.
I also think just, hey, the sun and the moon god in the same body. That seems, you know, cool. Yes, I will accept, but yes, I will still take my lot as the goddess of magic.
I feel like magic is more traditionally associated with the moon, but
Magic is traditionally associated with whatever the fuck it wants to be associated with. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief.
Yeah, it depends on the culture that you're talking about.
Correct.
yeah, that's
Some do
For
associate
instance,
with sun.
a lot of European cultures, magic was associated with the moon. With a lot of Central and South American cultures, it was the sun. With Asian cultures, it was creatures.
Frankly, to be real,
So,
magic
it
is
very
associated
much-
with
it very
fucking
much-
everything.
Yeah, it very much changed and varied depending on the culture.
yeah.
And since we're mostly European, yeah, it could be seen as the moon, but you know, we're not in actual Europe back then. We're in a
I'm
magical
not,
Europe.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I was just saying. I'm sorry.
That's all fine. Just fun to enlighten people in history.
Okay. Anything anyone else wants to do?
Okay, but what about the axe? You know what axe I'm talking about.
Which one? What?
The funny light axe.
Oh,
What if we just collectively as a party did that to Bane? You
that would
know?
be funny.
Like, you know? We have the god of magic, the god of the moon, the god of justice, and a god of dragons. Well, yeah.
An envoy of dragons.
Yeah.
Envoy of dragons. Like,
He's an envoy
I think we have the prerequisite tools to do something like that. You know? We make an axe of magic and moonlight and bless it with the power of dragons, and then we have Gore fucking yeet that shit at Bane.
We infused the big fuck off sword that Gore makes with.
No. Well, I mean, it could be that, but could just be a sword. Could just be a sword beam on the end of ARR, but you know. But axe.
I'm just throwing out.
The thing with the axe is that there's no real association with axe with any of the characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Turn into
Or
a
even with the
sword.
gods that you follow. So.
Yeah.
Turn into a sword.
Yeah, I mean, we could just repurpose it. It was more of just the base, but yes. We could just do it with Tyranny's End as I planned to do it with her originally.
Yo, we pick up Terry's End.
I mean, that it would fit the name. The prophecy would be fulfilled.
Yo,
I like this idea. This is a good idea.
We just use Tyranny's End. Gore picks it up, and then he just hucks
Tyranny's
it.
End to kill Tyranny.
We just
Write that down.
actually do write that down. I like this idea.
Hmm.
That way it allows
Tyranny's End.
that way it allows
Tyranny.
that way it allows everyone to be an incredibly important part in killing Bane or finishing him off, or whatever we want to end up doing with him. But also, hucking the sword probably doesn't seem like a sword beam would probably be more thematic, considering that's more associated with swords and ranged attacks.
We just fucking Skyward Sword Bane.
Yes, actually. Yeah, something like that. Although it'd probably be more of like a upward cleave, or whatever. Could be either, frankly.
We have Elwyn just fired from the bow. The sword arrows.
Yeah. Sagittarius hair.
That's the nah. If I want funny, but nah.
All right. And I'll remind you guys about this closer to the time as well. When it actually comes time. I would like to remind you that you do also still have the claw that you got from.
Yes.
Don't
worry. I will. But that's also not a bad thing to remind the party of.
Yeah. To summon your dragon friend.
Yeah. Ancient black dragon.
What if we just give the sword to her?
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be it. Huh?
I don't think she could wield it.
Why don't? No. We climb on. We call her. We climb on her. And then we fucking yeet the sword, or some sword beam the sword.
From Dragonback.
Yeah, from Dragonback. It'll be cool.
See, this is why I need to, and this is why I need to finish, and this is why we need to finish Endwalker before. This is why I need to finish Endwalker before Fate finishes, so I can contextualize things.
Imagine being.
What else? What else was there? There was other things I wanted to.
Figure out what you want to do with the downtime over winter.
Yeah, is there anything specific that you guys want to do aside from just like rebuilding the giant, or at the very least filling the giant hole in the middle of the city?
Right, loot. The hell did we get from the Drecker Lich?
Didn't have time to prep that.
Fair enough.
I'll have it for you next week.
Can you have us throughout the week, so you could just know?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just give it to us as you figure it out throughout the week, and that's fine by me.
Yeah, didn't have time to sit down and think about that because I'm gonna be honest. Between testing and all that, just completely forgot about giving you guys anything
other than our level.
Other than your level. Items. So yeah, we need to figure that out still.
Well, because we are in the realm of getting legendary items now, so that is in fact a thing.
Yep. Our items are legendaries, I saw.
Yes, they are in fact legendary now. Although if you'd ask some other more sane players, they're beyond legendary. Probably artifact plus.
They're probably artifacts.
Probably artifacts and then some, frankly, for some of our items. Looks at the looter band. Looks at mine.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
But well, yeah. Unfortunately for the GM team, you all know exactly what I'm going to be doing throughout winter.
Research.
What?
Lots and lots of research, baby.
That's 3 months worth of research.
And I get to roll every single fucking day with skill empowerment. Oh, baby. I can just devote the entire day unless something else demands my attention.
I know this is going to sound lame, but everyone wants to make sure there's a good orphanage.
That's not lame.
What a
town.
good boy.
That's not
What
lame.
a good boy.
The fuck?
What a good boy. We stand people that take care of orphans.
Ellen wants to make sure it's a good orphanage.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, not lame. That's based. I'm just doing research because, A, that's just was like, hey, that's the general thread going
I
on.
mean,
because,
Rubius
like,
can help you with that. He wouldn't mind.
Oh, actually, I
He's
can
just going.
I can also finally make a simulacrum.
He
That would
can.
be
He
fine.
probably
One
just.
earlier. I mean, well, that's a phylactery. Never mind.
Listen, you guys can already get the limit. Like, listen, I'm already adhering by your rule of I'm not gonna be simulacrum chaining because that's fucking boring and really stupid, and I'll pay a headache even for goddamn me. And you already aren't allowing me to cast wish outside of duplicating spells. So fuck right off. At best, I'll have it help me with my research. So go fuck yourself. Or have me to go shop. You little bastard. I am entitled to one. I could even make ones with the other party. Would they be very good? God, no, they wouldn't. Because it's fucking half health.
But yeah,
Ugh.
I mean, Rubius will probably just be overseeing the construction. So.
Yeah, continuing to oversee the construction of the religious district.
Yes, I could finally get those grenades, those wild magic grenades, and then see what the hell develops further out of those. What new choices I get.
Yay!
And you're gonna have to figure out a lot of that, cause yeah, 3 months, baby.
I feel like you take great pleasure in this, Alex.
I do actually, because research is really cool. Figuring out new things is fucking awesome. Thank you very much. Listen,
Yeah,
I could be
no,
just.
You're
Listen.
not the one who has to figure it out.
That's what I'm saying. That's
you're
what
right.
I was getting at.
But it could be worse. I could be destroying the world's economy with Fabricate. I could be doing that.
You could. I'm glad you're not.
Listen, I take
this world barely has an economy.
I actually take the threat of not having to compete anymore rather seriously. So I'm not tempting it outside of like, what the hell? It's gonna help us in the immediate and not mass producing tools on a fucking industrial scale level. Industrial level scale. Plus, I don't even have Fabricate. So, while yes, I am a problem child, it could obviously always be worse. Also, not to mention I have that wish in my back pocket for the final fight, and that's fun. The GM collusion one, just as a reminder, imps.
Yeah, I know.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I know.
I mean,
no. This is
I'm
this
sorry.
is something I've actually talked with Alex about. I got him to hold off on doing something during the Dracolich fight.
yes, I would have done it had
doing it.
I would have done it during the fight had things started going south and had Ems not told me, hey, GM collusion real quick, save that for later. I promise it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
And I guess you're waiting for the it'll be worth it part.
Yeah.
I've already told him when the payoff will be. So
yes.
that he knows.
I wonder when the old magic will pay off more with the whole just believe hard enough forehead.
Yeah. Do we just?
Is it just a passive concept, or like just hey, we're gonna be able to do that? This is also another point where you've accidentally paralleled Final Fantasy again, Emps. And I wish I was fucking joking. You don't do it on purpose. But if I had a nickel for a nickel for every time that you've accidentally paralleled Final Fantasy in some way, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot. It's just weird that it's happened 3 times for someone who before a couple of months ago did not know jack shit about Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 14.
It's a good game.
It's a good game, but he just didn't know shit about it. He's just accidentally paralleled it a couple of times, but a few times. And it's really funny. Problem is, I can't explain this last one because it's Endwalker spoilers.
Let this
This
be a
fuck-
lesson to you. Stop reading wikis.
This isn't even part of the wiki. This is part of the fucking 8-hour whoops MSQ video from Edwalker.
Well,
wasn't me
let this
reading the
be a
wiki.
lesson to you. Stop watching what.
Fuck off! This was a year before I knew I was gonna be this down the rabbit hole. Fucking cunt! I swear to
know, I'm
God.
just giving you shit.
Y'all brought me back into this rabbit hole. That's one.
You would have gotten back into it anyways. So shut your ass up.
Yeah, I would have eventually.
You just
You have
we gave you.
impulse
At
control.
least now you have friends.
I was about to say, yeah, you have
Give
friends.
you shit for
Or I would
leveling white
just do
mage
everything
at
by myself.
90.
Correct.
And also doing guild hess. My guy.
But
My brother. My dude.
like,
It's not experience. I did one guild hess once and I found it so fucking boring.
Some of the later ones are more entertaining. Like the last like 3 are pretty good, but that's about it.
I'm not doing all of them.
but yes, if I had any other thing I'd want to do, it would be akin to Infinite Blade Works, because unfortunately, Magic lends itself to being able to do a lot of damn things. So god damn it, too many ideas.
Also,
So
lol just saying for you guys for some of the plans after the campaign,
mhm.
when you guys have finished, regardless of how things turn out, win or lose, which
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, okay, for what it's worth, we have officially foiled Bane in the majority. Regardless of whether we die at this point or not, Bane has been prevented from taking over Elerian.
Yeah.
So we're past like the Draco, which was the actual like last true fail state of Bane might still win. He can kill us, but the problem is his hold over Elerian has been shattered regardless, and it's relegated to a tiny ass fortress over on an island. So there's that.
At least buys time for the next adventurers.
Yeah.
While he rebuilds, they can get strong.
Yeah. We basically.
But yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tyson.
I was just gonna say, I feel like saying "kick the can down the road" is too.
We haven't kicked.
dismissive,
We haven't kicked the can down the road. You can say we kicked the can down the road if we die. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
you have
that's what I
set
mean.
the-
If
you
we
you have
lose,
put
it's-
you have
yeah.
put the can on the sidewalk, and you are lining up for the kick.
Yeah.
Well, we have somebody waiting to kick if we fail.
Yeah. Basically, we have.
We have the nation. I mean, like regardless. I mean, as if we die in like the actual assault, like I don't really think that changes much because the rest of the army can still probably wipe the remnants of the Imperium. Because as long as I get my wish off, as long as the wish goes off, the Imperium's not gonna have anything ever again. Because the world will know. So the Imperium loses either way, frankly. At least in my eyes.
But yeah, so after the campaign's end, there is going to be a 20-year time skip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That will usher in the second phase of the world. And due to the simple fact that, as you said, the war is the outcome of the war is basically said and done.
Mm-hmm.
The next phase of the campaign is going to be a sort of reminiscent of the Age of Discovery from the real world.
Yes, sir.
It is going to be Elerian finally going out to do what they were originally going to do before the war started. They are going to be exploring the world and discovering what else lies beyond the continent of Elerian.
Will we have a reach over there? Or reach the people who travel to the other continents?
Well,
Wouldn't you like to know, fuck the boy?
Yes, I would like to know. Thank you very much.
Well, depending on how you guys decide to be as gods,
Fair enough.
missionaries are fully capable of going on those ships as well.
I mean, if anything, I had the idea of like, I could just choose an adventurer from the next party. Just, I want to keep an eye on this one. This one interests me.
Yeah, you can also do that if you want.
Yeah!
Yo, we can adopt adventurers?
Let's go! We get to adopt people? Hell yes.
If you wanna look down on the population of the world and look at someone and go,
I like
you, and then just I like you. I'm going to play with you now.
I'm going to look at you now, and I'm going to be very intrigued by your process. Hell, we could even give them things. We can give them boons and things.
I can't believe we get our own Sims. Let's go!
Funny.
Which also brings in if you guys, well, more than likely when you guys succeed, and you fully ascend into godhood,
we're gonna have to pick out domains and shit, because
you guys will have your domains up in the what's it called again? The noosphere.
Noosphere, yeah.
You'll have your domains, and you will also be able to do something that, if you so desire, the thing that pretty much all D&D gods just don't really do. You can just be in the world.
Yeah, because we aren't beholden to the rest of the gods. We are only beholden to this world's rules, which don't preclude us from walking among people.
Yep. If you want to go to the local market and buy some bread,
yeah, I can do that.
You can just go and do that.
Why would you do that? Great question. But you could.
Hell, if you still have the taste for adventure, you can go and board one of those ships that's heading off to wherever the fuck.
Don't tempt me with a good time, Ems. What the fuck? Don't tempt me with a good time.
Cameo time.
It will very much be a case of, if there is a situation that could relate to one of your characters, and you guys are available, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I may call upon you to come and RP with whatever group I'm running with at the time.
Let's go. Gaming?
Get to meet new people, new characters. I can disguise as not an incredibly powerful person that could probably wipe the party within a turn. Pog? Just a wanderer among the load. Let's go! Gaming? I love that trope. That's a good trope.
Also, especially for people such as Gore, because you are a Minotaur,
yes.
And Minotaurs have significantly shorter lifespans than everybody else in the party currently.
800-year lifespan. Yeah.
When you ascend to godhood, you will be immortal.
Okay. Yeah.
All of you will be immortal. Army, you're already going to be immortal because you'll be at level 20 and have all 9 of your tails, so that doesn't really change. But the rest of you will also gain a form of immortality.
I don't have to suffer the consequences of of having eternal life. All of my closest friends don't have to die. Let's go. I mean, the king's still gonna die, but that's a problem for a different day.
I mean, we can give him immortality.
we can
literally.
I need to look at what the reincarnate spell. I need to look at what the reincarnate spell does.
We can.
I'm just fucking saying. We can save him.
You know what? I mean, I know we're a lot better. We'd be a lot more good than, I guess. But consider the immortal emperor. What we're fighting against, and we'd be kind of turning him into that.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he may get it, lose some of that. I guess like the whole the whole worry about if somebody gains immortality, they stop caring after a while.
Well,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. I mean, it'd probably be on the same conditions as Bane. Hey, just keep doing what you're doing, and you're fine. As long as you don't deem that you're doing something stupid or or unethical to what we have known you for, then you're good. And if you start doing that shit, well, sorry, bud, your time's up.
You dispense justice to all.
Yeah, plus there's always the god of justice just looming over your head.
It's just Gore's just
Also-
always there, just watching, just like.
Also, the actual justice, the Warforged that will live,
Actually,
that we can just kind of keep in perpetual motion, such not repair.
yeah,
I mean,
like,
Warforged
he will-
technically are already immortal.
yeah,
Yeah, we could just be like, hey, Justice, can you do us a favor and babysit this party? Thanks.
I don't think we'd have them do that. Mostly because we can just do it ourselves.
Yeah, we could just like when it come along, we're gonna watch these
Just-
babies.
We're just gonna watch these people do the whole adventuring thing. See how they do. See if any of them.
But just go,
and
you want,
then
hey, Justice, here's a basket of popcorn. You want to see these babies
Here's a bucket
do
of
their
popcorn.
thing?
Wait, where did you get that? Don't worry about it. Made it. Want some? You don't get it, right? Don't care.
Tyson, this one will be for you. In that 20-year period, dragons are going to become more commonplace in Elerian.
Gaming.
Are they going to be mostly hybrids?
The reception, yes, most of them are going to be hybrids. The reception that those dragons will be receiving will be dependent on how things end with you.
Okay.
That's ominous.
burn them all.
No. Shut up, Gore.
I was thinking
specifically-
That's not Gore. That's Panda. That's not Gore.
That's what I should have said more specifically. Shut up, Panda.
What was that, Tyson?
No, I was gonna say I think in my ideal situation, they would have like a land of their own, if that makes any sense.
Make a home for dragons.
Tyson's so sweet.
Not
Yeah, basically.
Nodders.
Dragon City, not
yeah,
the shit, not the mobile game.
As it stands, the entire point behind the intention of creating hybrid dragons is to essentially it's my way of doing away with the alignment system for the dragons.
I was gonna say just diluting personalities.
It basically as opposed to like a red dragon or a black dragon or a green dragon, which have like set alignments being on the good, neutral, and evil scales. A hybrid dragon can be any alignment. They are their own individuals and will have their own personalities and free will to decide how they want to interact with the world that they will be living in for the next however long they live. So there will be evil dragons, there'll be good dragons, there'll be neutral dragons. There will be a big variety, and all of them will be different.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure. I'm 100%. 100%. It also makes sense that with that sort of change to their society, they could form, dragon communes and eventually form into dragon cities if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Gaming.
Now I'm imagining a fucking dragon with a seat at the Council of Sovereign Land.
Could be Owen.
They'd
It-
probably
don't-
have to
it-
build a bigger building.
It would ironically probably be Owen though.
There's an idea I have, but I'm gonna wait to.
I mean, now's the time for getting them out.
Could I be that person, but secretly, like have?
Undercover.
Yeah, kinda.
Incognito.
It wouldn't be known as me, if that makes any sense.
You would have the powers of a god. You would more or less be able to do what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I get to legally make a casual Rubius outfit. Let's go. Fucking need to ask Nier for help. Heck.
No.
I just had an image going through my head because you mentioned like how we'll be gods and we can just walk the earth if we wanted to.
Yep.
Just Gore showing up in soup kitchens randomly, just cooking for people.
Well,
that
if
would
he
be
wants to do that.
Do that.
Yeah.
It'd be
I mean,
so.
that'll be one of his things. Yeah.
Just do it mildly undercover. Just so if someone actually learns, they just get to just gawp at you. Just like, wait, the fuck? Why?
You know what'd be funny?
What-
Rubius just sitting in his temple, just listening to people.
I might actually have a reason to, in character, in canon, actually use my shape change feature. The one I gave myself,
the other thing,
and then didn't use the entire campaign.
so
Heck
another
W.
thing for Gore, then I was thinking
hasn't been
along with
useful.
that, like
Well, that's
I'm
actually
now
not true.
serious about the cooking too, but
I mean, in character, so.
yeah.
Ah,
Was remember how I mentioned to you that I wanted to create my own version of like that Vanguard that was elite,
Uh-huh.
I'd probably turn them into my priesthood, actually. Like it would be a priesthood of warriors, pretty much, with the whole
warrior
core.
priest, let's go!
They'd be probably small in number but highly trained too.
So, sort of like the Dauntless Vanguard from League.
I know nothing about League other than
Fair
makes
enough.
people angry, so.
Yeah,
that's good enough for me,
But
Chief.
but hey, if that's what it is, then yeah.
Yeah,
it would
it's
be
like part of like the elite force of Demacia, just like where the
I like
Like
how
a per- yeah.
Panda's just like, I don't know anything about League, but it makes me angry.
takes
No,
people
I like
angry.
how
No,
makes
it makes other people
yeah.
angry.
It might take Panda angry if he starts playing League, though. If you do get a chance, actually do play the other games that aren't called League. Very good.
Yeah,
I'd recommend two
I've
games in
heard the
particular.
remake.
Huh?
I've been hearing like the sort of spin-offs, I guess.
Yes, Ruin King and Mage Seeker, very worth your time. If you want a phenomenal, non-traditional RPG, you will not. I cannot recommend Ruin King enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Taylor
Burger King
M.
is good.
Taylor M. will also back me up.
Ren King was good, yeah.
Not
I've made a mistake.
Why did you?
What was your mistake?
I've laid down.
That is in fact a horrible mistake. Why did you do that?
I'm cold.
It's called wrap yourself in a blanket, not in bed. On the chair, not
but
in.
it's not comfy.
I would also say that like Gore probably like how like gods have their own festivals and everything usually.
Uh-huh.
His would probably be like a week-long training session from hell for his priest.
Option no. Optional training session to the public to feel what it's like to have to go through the training regimen of one Gorabellum.
Well, I was thinking, that actually could be added onto the 8th day, because what I was thinking is like a week, or however long a week is in. I don't know if we have a different calendar, actually. I don't remember if we ever talked about that.
We haven't. It's never actually come up, like, ever.
Yeah, because it's usually easier to just keep the same calendar.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
then, like, it's
exactly.
like, don't be like the Forgotten Realms or something like, yeah, it's a 10-day week. And it's like, what?
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 Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
the
doing
Forgotten Realms
that.
has they call it a 10-day, literally, and it's
I see.
weeks are
But-
10 days long in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, that also that would also any longer of a 7-day calendar would be a bigger nerf to Celestial Reign than having a 7-day cooldown already is.
Yeah. But so the idea would be like the week-long training session for the actual priest, and then on like an 8th day or whatever, it's
the
open to
8th
the
day.
public. On the 8th day, it's open to the public for anybody who wants to try. And
And on this day, it is we party.
And that's like the one open recruitment day too, in a way.
Kind of like not a meet and greet, but community outreach, maybe.
Yeah, like a community outreach where they're just like, yeah, anybody who wants to become a priest can at least show off and trying to keep up with our training for the day.
Yeah.
Man,
And then,
I can already see it.
That's life for them.
I can already see it. I can already see a fighter from future campaigns doing this, succeeding through grueling suffering and getting blessed by you. I can already see it now. That sounds fucking awesome.
It would also have like a tournament amongst the priests, and any for like the top position of Pope of my religion or whatever.
Pope. Now the ultimate. Now. Here's the ultimate troll move. I enter the tourney.
I mean, Gore would laugh. He would just be like, "Oh, these poor fools."
I had to
poor fools.
I had to fight her before she ascended.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. It'll be funny. Ugh.
I mean, so you win, then you probably, even though you're God too, you'd probably be bound to have to actually fulfill the duties.
Yeah, probably.
For the year.
But I would absolutely try to find a way to weasel out of them because fuck
Just
that.
hand it back to me.
I just hand it back to you. Say go crown second place. They earned it. I cheated. I just wanted to show off.
You win, then you raise your hand and be like, "I'm done."
Alright, I'm done. True for just drops the shape change.
And then just fade out of existence in front of everybody.
Peace. Just teleport in a flash of light. Just see it.
The GIF of the person doing the peace sign and fading.
Yeah. But what is it? What is a kitsune if not to cause a bit of mischief?
Yep.
It just makes sense. We do a little bit of trolling.
You do a little bit of trolling. But yeah,
and
so it would be.
And this is the reason that, and it was so funny to me because I saw Spen like really early on in the server talking about how like you do not give your god stat blocks, and I'm sitting there just going about that, Spen.
And I mean, you should give your god stat blocks. You should give your players or whatever reasonable expectation. You should give your players to know an idea of what a godlike stat block looks in your world, so that they can know how much they should if they ever need to prepare for something like that.
No, yes, they piss off the goddess of magic. Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, it's very much the case of I want to.
Gods are not unkillable.
I want Elerian to be a world where the gods are amongst the people, because you guys aren't going to be the entirety of the Elerian-born pantheon. I intend for there to be more people who eventually ascend over the course of the 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Makes sense.
It's
we wouldn't cover every domain needed anyway, so
yeah, we just don't. We can also finally learn what fucking subclass you had Carp make for you. My bet is still in. Can you just go ahead and reveal that? Because we're almost at the end, anyways.
No.
I've waited a year and a half. Go fuck yourself. I've waited a year and a half to fucking learn this shit. Go fuck yourself. You suck. My money is still on Flamesclark, by the way.
Because the problem is there's still the problem of revealing that reveal sign that I have not told that I've literally only told 3 people. 4 people.
You suck.
Those 4 people are Angel, Xander, Ferret, and Leo.
Wow, who could have fucking seen that coming?
Because Leo was the first person I told, because he helped me figure out the specifics for it.
My money's still on Flamesclark.
And Carp kinda knows.
I mean, yeah, Carp made the fucking subclass. Of course he would somewhat know. My money is still on Flamesclark, though. Because I think it was like, what? My money was on Flamesclark and a Paladin subclass? I don't actually remember what the other one I guess was.
The Undying Faith one?
Maybe?
Or whatever the fuck it's called?
Because it wasn't any like the Beholder or Nightmare shit. Because I was like, no, that's too dark for Elerian.
But yeah, it would just be funny for if you just be in common clothing, just be chilling in a temple somewhere. None of his he's made his magical items go disappear because he'll still be wearing them. He'll just look like a common halfling.
Holy streams. It might have been Oath of Unfault. I don't know. I don't think it's Oath of Unfaltering.
It would make sense.
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't Blade of Veracity.
I mean, it would be. I mean, our campaign theme is basically like faith makes you stronger. So
yeah, I think that's what I came to as well. Just odd of it didn't seem too insane because Carp is insane. He's insane.
Yeah, but Flames Clerics also makes sense though.
It's very much saying that I will be able to reveal to you guys when the campaign is over, because then the thing that would be spoiling would have been revealed at that point.
So we have actually going to do anything else with old magic other than it just be a passive source of power?
Yes, I have a couple more plans before the campaigns end.
Cool, because again, I'll just go ahead and say it. That's the thing that is unintentionally paralleling Final Fantasy.
Why?
And you're like,
but yeah,
how the hell did it do this? It's Endwalker shit. I can't tell you. Otherwise, people will smack me. But I will say, if we get too close to the end of Fate and we're still not there, like sessions happening later that week, like final fights starting later that week, and like we're still not done, I think I will just go ahead and explain the whole thing, because.
It's comfy. I'm not falling asleep though.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I'm not falling asleep.
He doesn't sound like he's falling asleep, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's
you can tell when he's falling asleep.
I've also known him for less time than you have, so you might have a minor advantage here. Just a smidge.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It's a smidge.
We just be vibing though. No.
But
What?
Nerd.
You're funny.
But yeah, no. So as to give you an expectation, I will be researching. I will obviously be doing all of the research as that is possible into the crystals, because yeah, it would make sense. That is my current line of research, and it would make sense to pursue that to its logical ends. So you can expect that.
Nodders.
I would also probably eventually return to my research on non-lethal magic.
Nodders.
And potentially go into the realm of spellcrafting. Well, that's more of a vague notion of. I don't actually know I would be aiming to get out of that, because that's a very tricksy road to be down. That's a very tricksy road to traverse.
Ami's trying to think of something you're known for. Ami's non-lethal Met Fireball.
Okay.
I want a community garden for a thing.
But you know what I'm saying, Alex? Like something.
Yeah. So something like a signature spell, which is tricksy.
How long would it take to make a communal garden in Eternia? I know it's the middle of winter.
I mean, to get the space, it wouldn't take very long at all, but to actually grow the stuff would take a while.
I want to start it, though. Maybe it switches to lighter armor, and then he just gets down and dirty. And he's dirty. He digs holes. Shows people how to plant. Yeah, I mean, he literally is a halfling that was that's from a family of clerics. He probably lived on a farm. I don't know. I don't know what that boy's up to.
I don't know what the boy's up to. That
I don't know
boy.
All
what
I
that
know is that is gay.
All I know that he's gay. And a cleric.
I can't believe he's happy. I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying. He's gay. That's all I got for him. He's gay. He has a huge
He has
family.
much family.
He's
The
a
family,
huge.
if the family ever finds out that he is the ruler of a city, the city will be besieged once more. And if they ever find out that he's becoming a god, heaven will not be safe.
That's the one tenet of Taylor's face. Do not tell any.
Do not inform the family.
Do not inform the family.
Do not inform the family.
Rivius fears the day that they discover his ascension, and then all of a sudden he hears a knock on his heaven door.
Yeah.
This is why Rubius stays on Earth. He dead ass watches over hangs out with his family still, even though he is immortal. Listen, halflings are.
They're long lived, right? Or
Yeah, where they're like
halflings
they live like
for like 150, I think.
150, 200.
so 175.
Usually they average out at 150. So
Okay.
they become adults at 18.
Yeah, they mature at the same rate as humans, but they live longer.
Yeah, Rabius is 25 because of wild magic.
Oh yeah, Jedi Star Wars Survivor is coming out in 5 days. Right.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom's coming out on the 12th.
Looking at it real quick, halflings says they reach adulthood at about 20 and then live to the middle of their second century. So 250.
250, not 150.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rabius is like 25, so he's literally he started out as at 20, and then he left home because adult pilgrimage, whatever the fuck. And then wild magic happened, and he aged 5 years.
Yeah.
D&D updates. Our party is trying to wake one of the characters up, and he keeps rolling really high con saves despite rolling at disadvantage, and my DM isn't allowing me to wake him up with a crowbar.
Oh.
Do you want to take a wild guess of who tweeted that?
Fucking isn't Green Espion Man.
No.
No?
What? No.
Not Green Espion Man?
No, not Corgi. That's his name. Not Corgi. That's DTM's tweet.
Oh.
One of our party members is going to Space Home Depot. HOA canonically exists in this universe. My DM is doing nothing to stop me from turning my character into a literal cyberpunk character. Guess who has quick hacks now?
Amps, I have a question. What other attachments does Justice have? Does he have an axe? Can we attach an axe to his arm?
Okay, we need to spar him first.
Can my artificer make attachments for him?
You would have to know him, know how he works, how he is. So
she can find out. She'll find out.
Probably.
I don't know. I don't know how old Justice will be when she comes to him. She'll fuck around. She'll find out.
Do you Hey, Ems, this is a future question. Do you have any idea who you might want to be taking on as a player for Phase 2?
As of right now, no, not a fucking clue. I am not really thinking too much about Phase 2 until after my break.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get an idea who may not be available.
Okay,
Earlier.
but here's the thing, Alex.
I mean, availability isn't really going to help too much because
That's fair.
that's a few months away still.
Fair enough.
People
I'm just curious.
Neurotypicals can't plan that far ahead. Not
You mean,
neurotypicals.
I
Neurodivergents.
I was about to say,
can't.
the fuck do you mean neurotypicals can't part of the far side? That's how they function, right? Panda,
I
you're
don't
like
know
the
how they
closest.
function. Listen, I don't know how they function. Do you
Panda.
think I know how they function?
Panda, you're like the closest person we have to a neurotypical in this server. Do you
Yeah.
plan months ahead? Do
Sometimes.
tell.
Yes.
So it is how they
depending on
work
what it is.
sometimes.
Well, I mean, and even then, it doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
anyway, so, I mean,
because time sucks. But yes, it's
I'm
supposed to
glad
be
that.
fair.
I'm glad that.
I planned with a friend to go to the Ren Fair with me. Right?
How
And
was
we
that, by the
planned this
way?
back in that was great. I'll tell you guys about it more near the end of this. So it's not like taking up other stuff. But we planned for her to visit and join like way back in like October. Of course, California starts raining, and then it gets flooded, and they canceled that first weekend, which is the weekend she was supposed to come down. So she was not able to reschedule.
That is highly unfortunate.
Yeah, so I mean, we planned like 6 months in advance, and it's like, well,
yeah, bit of rainy weather can just say, LOL. You know this 6 things you planned 6 months in advance. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I just like how the closest we don't have a neurotypical. We have a close estimate.
We have a closet neurodivergent in Foe.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. She's a true embodiment of ignoring the factor neurodivergent, aka my entire family.
You seem to great. I
and
hard.
Taylor has begun a manic episode.
It's fine. He's not gonna be here tomorrow, anyways.
I still have to deal with the consequences later.
Well, I would help if by showing them cool game called Main Seeker, but no. But no.
We have to pack.
Not the consequences with Angel. Angel will be fine. It's the consequences with Taylor later.
Oh well. Oh no. Anyways.
Oh
no.
I guess.
Oh. What? I'm trying to say something and then I started laughing. I don't know. I'll remember it later. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I suppose on topic of trying to plan our D&D stuff. Something before I forget, at least, is what do we want to do about the Tyranny's End and the Flame Tongue Greatsword?
As much as so at current, my plan is I could just frankly wish for either of them to be non-attunement. Like, granted, that runs the risk of me losing wish for a time, but Emp says he has plans so I don't permanently lose wish because, frankly, it's kind of cring.
Anyway.
Yeah, I am no longer mortal, so if I can't cast wish, little cringe.
I just wait.
But
if I can't cast wish, I just wait.
Keck. But as it stands, I could just cast wish and make. Frankly, I could just wish for both of them to be non-attunement, just to make your life easier. And mine, in case I want to use it for something like Steelwind. I mean, I could already use it. I can already still use them for the longsword for Steelwind Strike, because I don't have to be proficient.
So
in
I guess
Strike.
that answers that then, because I was gonna say, do you still have plans to use it? Because otherwise,
I want to keep it for the purpose of basically just fulfilling the namesake of the weapon. I want to use it to strike down. I want to use it in the killing / defeating of Bane.
I'm non-lethal Bane, so it can happen.
But and the aforementioned, we just party attack, or what is it? Chain attack. That's what it's called. We just chain attack him.
Okay,
That's
that makes sense.
yeah.
That's chain attack like in
Yeah,
Xenoblade.
that's the point, because it'd be something like you understand. Like, we christen the blade, and blesses it, and then
Look, I'm
Gore
just saying,
eats the
I
sword
got
blade.
those Persona cut-ins. We can do an all-out attack.
Yeah, we could. That's actually probably a better descriptor. I'm not gonna lie with you, Chief. It's actually
Oh,
probably
I was going to say that.
Em starts
Next
preparing to have them all pop up on the screen as we do it. All the art.
Next week,
Sounds like a lot of
next
work.
week,
Yeah.
tomorrow we gotta start packing because our furniture is gonna arrive on next Friday, and then I can
Then you'll
go
be
to the
moving
entire
in.
house, and then I
And
have
then
to
you'll have
break.
better internet again.
Then I have to, but I also have to break down my setup, and it's gonna be annoying.
So basically, you can't be here next week, or it's going to be scuffed.
I know
It's
everything's
possibly
set.
gonna be stuck.
It's gonna. No, I have internet over there. I just have to set up everything the day before.
So
It won't change
Everything-
anything.
okay.
Everything might be scuffed, but unlikely.
Well, it's not like we haven't
Yeah.
played. Well, it's not like we haven't played with scuff before.
It's not like that. It's not gonna be a scuffed. I mean, the most scuffed thing is that I still don't have my hard drive because I broke it.
It's fine. We'll be getting that sorted now that you are moving in.
Yeah, I broke my hard drive. I don't know what happened to it.
Can you drop it?
It's okay.
No, I didn't drop it. I was transferring files, and then I moved it to the bed so it doesn't tumble over onto the floor, and then the hard drive just fell. Okay? Onto carpet. And then it continued doing its thing, and then I unplugged it, and I was like, wait, I didn't transfer my Steam folder over. I should go do that. And then everything went wrong. And then I proceeded to have a screeching panic attack.
Fair enough.
Don't worry about it. It's fine now. I almost pressed the panic button. Don't press the
Indeed.
Don't press the button. It's not good to press the panic button. But Imps is nice.
Hello.
You're a good boy.
He's a bitch, is what he is.
He's a bitch, but also not pressing the panic button is a huge step for me.
I would have pressed the panic button. Huge loss of data. Kind of cringe.
I'm not.
Yeah, no, don't joke about it.
Okay, I'd press my panic button if that happened. Is that better?
Yeah, I know you. Pressing the panic button, not pressing it, is a huge step towards. What's it in your heart? Character
I don't know, probably growth. Yeah, character development, growth.
Crisis management, or crisis tolerance, or something like that. I don't know.
That doesn't sound like something Angel would say. It's what they would mean, but it's not what they would say.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nice. And thankfully for everyone, I'm not Angel.
Oh my god, this is getting out of hand. There's two perfectionists in the world.
Okay. For in that respect, I already am Angel. God, you know I'm a perfectionist. Much to my detriment, I am a perfectionist.
Okay, but does it take over your life to the point that you can't hang out with people?
Okay, doesn't go that far, but it is a serious annoyance. To the point of, I want things the way I want them to go to. Otherwise, it's just now it just feels like crap. So
Fair.
Mild perfectionism.
But yeah, yeah. If there's anything any of you guys want, you can either send it to me in DMs or in the out of character chat.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys first dibs on it if you want to accept it. But after we finish Fate, I intend to take a break from running D&D for a little bit, a couple of months.
What you've earned.
And I'm going to either be running. It depends on when we finish. If it's close to August, which that's a while away still.
You say that now.
But if it's close to August,
don't say that. It's come faster now.
If it's close to August, I want to run Werewolf the Apocalypse 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
If any of y'all want to play hulking werewolves committing eco-terrorism against massive corporations.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I will be running the Star Wars Fantasy Flight system. If y'all want to play a more cinematic game in the Star Wars universe.
I sleep.
Yes, I know you sleep, but I'm offering it to everybody else as well.
I sleep.
Yeah.
Werewolf? Real shit.
Star Wars? I sleep. Werewolf? Real shit. Wokage.
I'm a
yes, I mean, there is no small amount of people. I mean, hell, if we wanted to do the Star Wars Fantasy Flight, we could obviously just hey, we can go grab Avi because obviously Avi likes Star Wars and he seemed pretty interested in the Fantasy Flight thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to give my current group the first dibs if any of y'all want in either of those games, since
I'm not.
They're two very different. They're two very, very different systems from D&D. With
yeah, I figured.
With Fantasy Flight being a very RP based system where the dice are more designed around
you doing things rather than
working with the RP as opposed to being crunchy
us.
like D&D.
Yeah.
And the World of Darkness with Werewolf the Apocalypse is also very much a system where the RP is more prevalent than the dice rolling, although it is more crunchy than something like the Fantasy Flight system.
And it uses D10s instead of D20s.
Yes, it is a D10. It is a D10 system as opposed to a D20, and Fantasy Flight is
D6 system, I believe.
D6s, D8s, and D12s. Majority of the dice you'll be rolling will be D8s and D12s.
So it's a D8 system, basically.
I swear to fuck, if my dice roll hot again in Werewolf, I'm going to quit.
You're going to just quit World of Darkness?
I'm going to fucking quit World of Darkness. You may understand, but you may ask,
I'm interested in the Star Wars one, but I think that's it.
Why are you quitting World of Darkness if you roll hot?
Because it upsets him.
Listen.
His first ever character was a World of Darkness character, and he rolled like hot fire. And he has never rolled well since.
I mean, it's okay to have areas of strength. Have you seen my area of strength?
You want to know why I play halflings?
Because you hate ones.
It's just a buffer. My bad, terrible, good, god awful luck.
I mean,
because
could be me.
My Malkavian is cursed his entire line.
Well, sounds about right for Malkavian. I mean.
Well, it sounds like Panda would probably be down for either.
Yeah.
I know, that's the problem here.
I'd be down for Fantasy Flight, but I'd also be a little keen to let other people play, because it's not particularly fair to us to hog a pug DM.
His sister rolled pretty well, though. Who was also a vampire. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys first dibs, and yeah. I definitely want to run for more than 2 people in the Fantasy Flight system this time.
World of Darkness? Real shit. Star Wars? I slipped.
Yes, yes.
I think you'd enjoy playing the Fantasy Flight system outside of the fact that it's Star Wars, which you just don't care for. I think you'd enjoy, just the system as a whole because it's very.
Okay, but I want you to hang out with more people that aren't me.
Yes, I
Yes,
know. I'm just
I
saying.
do
I
too.
think you'd enjoy
Gun.
the system, even if it's not a setting you're particularly interested in.
Yeah, I know. Maybe someday when you hang out with more people every week.
I will also point this gun at him because I want him to meet more people and make more friends that aren't this
Yeah,
goddamn
well,
server.
I'm not jumping into File's Discord. It's not
Oh, I
happening.
wouldn't want you because first off, it's far too late into a campaign to reasonably want to get into it, and some of the people
I'm
there
not talking
aren't
about
worth the
getting into a
trouble.
campaign. I'm talking about you trying to drag me into the voice chat over there.
I mean, if it's like a smaller day where not as many people will show up, I might try to, but yeah, where it's just like there's 10 plus people, yeah, I wouldn't dream of dragging you in there. That's like a recipe for you shutting down, and like I want you to actually. Yeah, not everyone is me, so that's like okay. So,
But
like,
yeah,
there are certain people I'd like
Everyone's
you
not
to meet.
Alex. What?
Thank God. Good lord. I'm okay with being
all right.
me.
So I've got 3 potential people for Fantasy Flight, 1 for Werewolf, and then I'll put the feelers out closer to when I actually know which one I'm gonna run.
I might
Feelers
al-
is
I
such a
might
weird word. It's
I
just
might
like everyone has become an ant.
I might also put those I might also spread those feelers to Discord server file server just to gauge perception of who I might invite or not.
Who is Kyle, by the way?
The DM of the game I play Warlock in. That I've been playing a Warlock in for the past 2 years now, by the way. That character is officially 2 years old.
He's a baby.
Yeah, Tanwin.
Yes, who's also now my
It's where silence comes from.
Yes, it's where Silence and Avi comes from. So, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
I'm glad that silence knows Avi's name, but you can't for the life of you remember your name.
Well, she just okay. So she knows my name. The problem is she knew me as my character Tanwin first, and that's a really hard habit to break. So I don't blame her because I'm the exact same way. When I learn people's names, I'm like, oh, I'm still gonna accidentally call Nier a rat sometimes because that's who I knew them as first.
I mean, I feel like they don't mind being called rat.
I mean, they are a rat, so there's that.
I mean, I just don't think they want to be called any pronoun, any gendered pronoun.
I mean, rat, gender.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the famous gender rat.
Rat is a gender now, not others. I am a rat.
Oh no.
Rat / rats.
But yeah, one other thing, and this is a general thing I want for the world as a whole, just since you guys are going to be a very large part of it.
Yeah.
I 100% intend for Elerian to not be a stagnant fantasy world.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, how am I going to invent guns?
There will be technological strides throughout the course of the various phases.
Mm-hmm.
If the world ends up going long enough, I'll be running D&D in a modern day setting. So
yeah, I'll have to figure out that, and I'm like, that's gonna be difficult to figure out because there's a lot of things
at that point, I like to think that I have enough experience as a DM, and we have enough homebrew at that point that it just works.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit of a jump. It's a little bit of a jump, and a little bit of time that needs to pass.
That is like if this world stays going for the next 10 years or something.
I mean, frankly, you could end this world after the Bane fight, and I don't think anyone would blame you, because I don't think anyone would blame you because you came here, you've told a story, and you've told it well, and yeah, that's.
No, I've got a few more stories that I want to tell in this world. So right now,
Yeah, I'd hope so.
This was the main one to sort of set the world up for what I want it to be, because when I started out, I set everything up that I could use what D&D had while I was finding my footing, and then I wanted to cut myself away from D&D, as like Faerun and all that. I wanted to cut myself away from that by the end of the campaign and be able to let the world stand on its own instead of having to rely on the rest of the D&D multiverse.
Look at him, he's so fucking cool.
Even though I've said that you've done mostly the opposite of that. You have barely ever really drawn up explicitly outside of like explaining where certain characters came from. You've hardly ever relied you've hardly ever relied in the course of the campaign relied on like Faerun to explain things.
Yeah. And I'm happy that I've been able to do that, but I wanted that crutch to be there if I needed it.
Fair enough.
And now I very much don't need that. I know I don't need that crutch anymore, so.
So what, that means you're gonna nuke the terrorists? /S?
No, I have no intentions of getting rid of the tear.
Good, because honestly, that's one of the most unique things about this world. The fact that it just has a blatant link to other worlds.
Yeah, but what I will say is that later on the function of the tear is intended to change. It's still going to be a connector between different worlds. Just the way I want it to work as a connector between worlds is going to change.
Becomes a Stargate.
It becomes
God, that would be cool.
It becomes the TARDIS.
Well, ironically, I'm the sole person that actually has an idea of what the inside the tear looks like, and that's specifically because I ran a one shot where a party got ventured through it into Elerian. Obviously, not canon.
Yeah, you are one of the few people who has read the description of what the inside of the tear is like.
I have to think.
As basic as it is.
Yeah, it was basic, mostly because it was like, yeah, I kind of need this. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I need this because I'm doing a thing. So.
Okay, but
yeah.
It's basic, but I hope it was cool.
That was cool.
I have a question.
What is your question?
What is your question?
Does Fredge still does Justice still have his fridge?
Probably.
Or did it get destroyed?
Maybe.
You'll have to ask if he has any fingers.
What?
Huh? You'll just have to ask if he's got a spare hand for you.
Oh, fuck you.
Also, just for reference, Justice, back when you guys first encountered him, if I remember correctly, was level 12?
That is what you called him, yeah.
He is now level 17.
Let me fight him.
Hey, yo.
Let me fight him.
Can I fight him again?
What if we... No. The ultimate person who should fight him should be Gore. He's the fighter.
Yeah. Yo! Let's Gore fight him!
Here's where we go special. Gore versus Justice. Greco-Roman fighting.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun.
Lots of grappling and throwing each other around.
So sumo wrestling.
So it's
no, sumo wrestling typically involves the people staying on their feet. If they fall over, then they lose.
Yeah, because
Greco-Roman wrestling is a lot of it often involves people wrestling on the ground.
Oh, so did I hear Rusty?
Yes. What is it? And now you're silent, are you?
Yeah. No, like Greco-Roman is is the sport wrestling you hear about when you're not talking about like show wrestling like WWE.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like
keeps.
like school wrestling.
Yeah.
High school wrestling. That's Greco-Roman.
I see.
So like UFC?
I believe UFC's
No,
UFC is mixed martial arts.
Incorporates it, yeah, but they also do a lot of standing work, so or the striking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, UFC is dominated by grapplers, really, but striking's pretty important too. Whereas Greco-Roman doesn't have the striking at all.
Yeah, it's purely grappling.
Shockingly, grappling people to fight.
I've seen a lot of videos about how sumo wrestlers become sumo wrestlers. It involves a lot of eating.
It involves a lot of eating.
Yeah, no shit. Why do you think they're always
but yeah, Greco-Roman is all about forcing your opponent down and then forcing them to submit by getting them into a painful hold. Basically, you cause them enough pain that they go, I quit. I don't want this anymore.
So it's literally the definition of uncle.
Pretty much.
Amazing.
I feel like I've heard, like, isn't that a normal thing or no?
It is not. It is very normal, like high school wrestling.
Yeah, that's all. I think it's normal high school wrestling.
Like high school wrestling is Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yeah. They have it in the Olympics and stuff like that, you know.
But also, if anyone ever wanted to spar again, it probably could be a better idea. Probably could be a good idea to spruce up the player versus player, well, the sparring rules, because those are something that are definitely show
a little old and little designed for lower level characters. Oh yeah, it's from Kobu's world, and he doesn't have any high level characters yet, so he hasn't need to think about that.
So far is like what, a 5, 6, maybe 7.
I think so.
How's Tyson?
Tyson, what's the highest?
Tyson, who's the highest level character?
Who's the highest level party in
Attune?
Attune, yeah.
I have no idea.
God
How
damn
high
it.
is your party?
How high is your party?
Level 5.
That's probably about it.
That's probably the highest. Yeah,
you're the only party. You're the only party to be in a second season, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're probably gonna be hitting level 6
this whole season, though. So.
Okay, but are you guys still alive? Has Moss exploded?
Moss did not explode. In fact, Elwin Luck transferred over. From what I heard.
Let's go! Yeah. Moss didn't explode! Catch isn't dead! Gaming! Hi, Rusty.
Hello.
Kitty.
Cat.
That's Rusty. He's old. He has kidney problems. She's like 16?
Sounds about right.
Our cat is like 10 this year. The cat that we have officially adopted is like 10 this year. And I don't like that.
Anyways, the second oldest cat I know is Rusty. The first oldest cat is
Kirby.
A cat I shall not name, because if I think about him, I'll get sad because reality will come for me.
It is a cat from a very famous Let's Player who has been Let's Playing shortly after the advent of YouTube as a platform.
Yeah, it's been 16 years.
It has been. He could literally be qualified for veteran discounts for anything involving YouTube. He's lived through it all. He was making videos around the time when the YouTube time limit existed.
Yeah, the 10-minute time limit.
I watched YouTubers when that was a thing.
Oh, I did too. I'm just saying, he was making videos during it. And a lot of his early videos are still victim to those. That garbage ass thing.
Yeah, so are a lot of the early videos of one of my favorite YouTubers.
IRT.
But yeah, he's just like
IRT? Okay.
Nerdcubed.
Ah, wow, Nerdcube's been around for a while, man.
RT's only been on YouTube for like 2 years.
So he's really just made that much of a splash in the past 2 years, huh?
Oh yeah, he's been on Twitch for a lot longer, so he had that as a starting base. But
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Who were we talking about?
We're just
Archie
talking
game.
about random YouTubers
Rumble
now.
Tumble Gaming. Retro
Never
Time
heard of him.
Gaming. He's friends with Kelly and
He is-
Kiwo.
Yes, yes. Kelly actually actively goes over to his house sometimes. Has been to his house more than a couple of times.
Yeah, they're just friends.
He power washed with Kiwa.
Yes, that went well. Smile.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's just Kiwo in outside their natural habitat.
AK
Very stressed.
AK a walking disaster, a la Taylor, just without DID.
Listen, I want to dress like Kiwo one day. Okay, he looks cool.
RT also recently became a VTuber for a joke, and the entire thing was after he'd finished was just him going, all right, now I know I played this up as a joke, but legitimately some of my best friends are VTubers, and this shit is really fucking expensive and complicated. Mad respect to them.
Yeah, Kelly's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
YouTuber.
Yes, Kelly's been VTubing for a bit. Has been VTubing for a while. Honestly, I think before the older. I think before VTubing exploded on Twitch back in 2019. Also, God, it's been 4 years since 2019, huh?
Yep.
I hate that.
Yep.
Thank you,
I hate that a lot.
Thanks, Melody.
Probably the most lewd streamer on Twitch without actually getting banned for being lewd. Lewd.
Don't worry about it. He does.
Isn't her Twitch like actually rather clean?
I
Yes,
have no
because
idea.
Comparative to other VTubers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mel,
he's very clean because he streams on Chatterbait sometimes.
Yeah.
she has streams over there instead for
The
that
lewd
stuff.
shit.
She's
Melody's
she actually
also
stays-
friends
talks
with
about
she actually
lewd
stays-
stuff, but
Yeah, she stays relatively clean, at least in comparison to other VTubers on Twitch.
Yeah. Then there's Iron Mouse. And Iron Mouse is
And
just
then-
chaos.
she exists.
This
Listen,
chaos.
she and I have a connection. Our bodies suck.
And then there's
But hers is worse.
Hers is worse, and it's not even close, unfortunately. Or
But she has a British monkey man to drive her around Japan.
I was about to say. And then there's Connor, the man who's got these nutted at a live at a con, and that man was and the man who did it was treated as a fucking hero.
That was the funniest shit. That was the funniest shit I've seen.
That's not true. The funniest shit
pretty
you've
good.
actually seen is when Joe Cat eradicated someone from existence.
Okay, that was like Connor getting absolutely decimated by someone that wasn't mousy is pretty up there on the funniest shit I've ever seen.
You've seen a lot of funniest shit you've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like top 10.
Oh, I usually.
But yeah, no, Nerdcube started with a Minecraft webcomic.
What the fuck? Excuse me?
It's still out there as well.
I don't know how I feel
Of
about that, to
course.
be honest.
Of course, it's still out there.
He started with a Minecraft webcomic, and his first ever YouTube video does not have him in it.
That's funny.
Because his first ever YouTube video was I can't remember who it was, but it was his favorite. It was his favorite director. He was at a convention and he homemade a award, a little cardboard trophy, and for best director for it's the director of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Hmm.
That's a good movie.
And and presented it to him at this convention. And the first video is that man giving an acceptance speech for the trophy.
Nice.
Wow.
That is NerdCube's first ever video, and he said it is still his best work. He has gone nothing but downhill ever since.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but he's British though, so he just
He
so
started at
that's-
the bottom.
of course.
That's the problem. He started at the bottom.
Yeah, imagine being British. The worst you can the other worst thing you can be is French Canadian.
Where did this come from?
Heck the French.
And the Canadians, I
I was
guess.
gonna say the French, okay, but the Canadian. What do the Canadians do?
Many things.
I mean, they
Yeah,
do
except
do
for
many
the
things,
French.
but
Drink maple syrup straight up. That's a joke? Oh
No,
my. That's a joke? I know many of the Canadians, none of them do that.
And then there's
I know so many Canadians. I also
There's so
know a
many
lot of
Canadians in
trans.
this server.
I know so many trans femmes as well. I'm like, you know that token straight guy in a group of gay people?
mhm.
You're the token trans mask in a group of trans femmes.
Yes. They still look. I'm still cute though.
yes,
You are.
I'm still cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Tyson, I have a question for you.
What's the question?
When will you get bitches?
Shrugs emoji.
The universe has no answer for that.
Yeah.
Just her.
All
Oh,
signs
no,
point to. All signs point to.
All signs point
Maybe.
to shrug.
Yeah.
Ask again
Still,
later.
still one
Yeah,
of the
ask
best.
again
Still
later.
one of the best things to come out of Shadowbringers.
Wouldn't you like to know, femboy?
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know, femboy?
Don't
Would
wanna.
you like to?
Yeah, that is one of the best scenes in Shadowbringers.
Oh,
What
is-
wake up,
sorry.
Alphino. Oh, hells.
Do not look in FF in
Okay, never
out of
mind.
context.
Didn't you already actually beat Shadowbringers, Tyson?
No, he
Who?
hasn't been yet. He's
No,
he's only about
Okay.
halfway through.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I
let's
just-
beat it.
I just
I have to get
did
my
the
phone.
raid on the Crystarium.
Okay.
I have to check. Where's my phone? Where's my
That's
phone?
sad. A part of me really wants to call out of work tomorrow.
But also, can I interest you in Sagittarius Arrow? Why the hell did that ranged DPS have some of the best looking LB animations? Like seriously.
They really
the
do.
fuck?
The
Why-
dancer one looks good.
Crimson Lotus is amazing. Sagittarius Arrow is phenomenal. Satellite I would, in terms of the flourish, I would rate Satellite Beam the lowest, but that's made up for the fact it's a fucking orbital. It's a big ass laser. But in terms of raw flourish and just good looking, Sagittarius and Crimson Lotus are really hard to beat. I would potentially give it to Vermilion Scourge because Vermilion Scourge is so good. Deploying flashbang.
I think we can call that it for our D&D chat.
Yeah.
Because we haven't talked about D&D for a little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would accept Ami casting Vermilion Scourge. Honestly, I was gonna steal any of the magic LBs. Meteor's too boring in terms of like this isn't very thematic or thematical. Also, I could just cast Meteor Swarm and do more damage. I would take a Vermilion
So,
Scourge
am I legally allowed to go to bed?
if you wanted to.
You are legally allowed to go to bed, love.
Okay.